great city of Tauranga.
I call the Honourable Member Phil Twyford.
Sir, just briefly, I want to acknowledge two of the contributions in this debate, actually. The first by Te Uraroa Flavel, who gave us a fulsome account of the history behind this bill and the experience of Ngā Pōtiki and how they feel about the wastewater treatment plant and the effect of that particular infrastructure on their ancestral lands and waters. And also wanted to acknowledge the contribution of my colleague Shane Jones, which was typically erudite and thoughtful. And if it hadn't been for his contribution in this debate tonight, we couldn't have really called it a debate, actually. And I think that Shane made the point that it's both important to recognise the sensitivities and the aspirations of the tangata whenua in a situation like this, but equally we have to balance that against the need for essential infrastructure and economic development, and the costs and burdens of that infrastructure should not be allowed to fall unduly on one particular section of the community. I was really struck listening to the contributions this evening, sir, by how this story really is almost a universal story. It could have taken place almost anywhere in New Zealand. Any town or city has a similar story. And in fact, in Tamaki Makaurau, there are, countless examples where the land and the harbours have been used for infrastructure or for indeed wastewater treatment plants, sir, that have really had an impact on the sensitivities of mana whenua and the journey towards properly managing the effects of that kind of economic development is one that has seen both Māori and Pākehā making huge strides in the last couple of decades in dealing with these issues. And I think, sir, I would submit that we're in a much better place as a country now than we were a generation ago in reconciling these differences. So, sir, Labour supports this bill to select committee.
I call the Honourable Member Te Uraroa Flavel, tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. Kia ora no tātou katoa. Firstly, can I thank all members for their